What you're about to watch is part of an online training that I do twice a month inside my Movement Makers program, where I coach entrepreneurs like you how to build an online movement, how to make money from it, and use it to make a huge impact on the world. Enjoy. Today, we are going to talk about something very exciting: sales, selling more and selling better. This one is about turning some of our views into money. And I think it's really important. You know, when you start making money in your company, it gives you a lot more hope. It gives you a lot more momentum. And then it lets you build, hire a team, expand, grow. So it's not just you kind of part-time at home doing your thing, but it actually turns into something a lot more meaningful. Fast path to freedom. So this comes from Built to Serve, page 194. This is the fastest way to actually start generating sales for your business. It's the one that people like doing least because it's the most salesy. A lot of people don't like being salespeople. They don't like doing the outreach. They don't like messaging people. And so they default to content. You might default to content to say, okay, well, I want to be more in the marketing world where I'm attracting people, right? The point of thought leadership content is we're putting out content. People find us. We are the magnet now, and then that brings people into our world, and we can sell them whatever we're trying to sell them to help improve their lives and better the situation. Sales is going out. We're going to be doing outreach. We're going to be reaching out to people. We're going to be messaging them. We're going to be talking to them, and that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. But it is the fastest way to do it. You know, if you had no money and you need to make money in the next 30 days, this is the fastest way to do it. So I break it down in a lot more detail. On page 194, Built to Serve. Ed is saying, this is my thing. I'm a salesman. Great. Then go all in on this. But the concept is you have your social media accounts, and let's use Instagram as an example. So imagine you have your Instagram account. You're going to have your picture on there. You're going to have your bio on there and your amazing 10-pack of content. And what this means is imagine your ideal client is coming to your Instagram. Okay. Your ideal client is going to land on your Instagram. What do they need to see to then take the next step with you? So if I'm Edge and I'm going to start doing more of these outreach and sales, if somebody's going to land on your Instagram account, what do they need to see with your picture, with your bio, and with the content that you're putting up there to make them want to take the next step with you? Whether that's hire you to coach them, whether it's download your lead magnet, to take the next step in your funnel. So they need to see a professional picture, right? That represents, who you are for them. They need to see a bio that speaks to them and makes sense. And then they need to see some content. And in the amazing 10-pack of content, I break this down and Built to Serve too, if you want to dive deeper. Again, page 194. Here are the 10 suggestions of content to make. And the idea with the fast path to freedom is now you don't even need to make content anymore. You're just making 10 pieces of content. So your who, your most important core value, your why, your how. If you have read Built to Serve, this makes sense. If you haven't, then you probably want to pick it up because it goes deeper. Your recipe for success breakdown, some results that you've gotten, examples of people that you helped, and then leading people with hope. And the idea is you're making 10 pieces of content, and then that's it. You don't need to keep making more content. We're spending our time on outreach and messaging people and being involved in communities instead of making more content. So we have our 10-pack, we have our picture, we have our bio, we have a link to where we want to send people to. And now we're going to be doing outreach, and I'll share platforms, but we're going to be the outreach with the goal to get people to come to our account. So if they hit our account, our ideal client hits our account, they're going to want to take the next step. Awesome. Now it's how do we get people to hit our account? How do we get people to actually find our Instagram? And marketing would be more content. Sales would be more outreach. So we're finding people who are talking about having the problems that we know we can solve, and then reaching out to them. So who is this person? What are they going to do? They're going to click on your bio. What are they going to see? They're going to see your picture, your bio, and your amazing 10-pack of content. A quick little mini case here. Think about Discord and the community we've created here too. In Discord, this applies for pretty much every social media platform. In Discord, what can you do? In Discord, you can have a picture, you can have a bio, and you can also have a link. You can have multiple links. So for any of you, you're on our Discord, I hope. You're active, I hope. You can have your picture. And then when people click on your picture, there's your bio, and there can be links inside the bio. So even just for networking inside movement makers, it's worth doing. But if you're involved in any other Discord communities, which we could talk a little bit about if you want, anytime you leave a great comment, what are people going to do? They're going to click on your picture. What are they going to see? They're going to see your picture, your bio, and your link to learn more about what you're doing. So a lot of you, I think most of you probably have a picture, which is great, but a lot of you don't have a bio yet on your Discord, and you don't have a link on your Discord either. And that's a quick change to be able to put in the net. And then anytime somebody clicks on you, they can go to your page to learn more about you. So this is Fast Passive Freedom. This is the concept is we're messaging 50 to 100 people every day, and you're going to convert a small percentage of them to move down the funnel with you. Most people don't like doing this because they're afraid of rejection. And that's a whole other session to get into. But it's the fastest way. If you needed immediate revenue clients for your business, it's the fastest way to do it. So example, this guy, this is also from Built to Serve. Michael Edwards, I did on my tour in 2019, I did a one-on-one with him. He was one of the people who won. We did my main event, and then I had 3 people come do a one-on-one. He did a one-on-one. He was an expert in helping people get out of concussions. He's been through 4 or 5 different concussions. Like I was one guy going through 4 or 5 concussions. It's just such a crazy story. And now he helps people heal concussions. And amazing, great story. I didn't really care because not that I didn't care. I couldn't relate to it as much because I never had a concussion. I loved the story. I loved helping him. And we had a great session together, but it didn't relate as much to me because I've never had a concussion. Fast forward a month later, I have my first concussion in Denver, Colorado. This is me. I fainted, hit my head on the wall, cracked the back of my neck open, had 2 breaks in my neck. And this is me in the hospital on a day I'm supposed to be doing my speech in Denver. And I had a concussion for the first time. And that sucks. Like physical pain is one thing, but not being able to think clearly was a whole other kind of chaos for me. And so Michael reached out to me and he started messaging me on Instagram and giving me some ideas on what I could do. And if you've ever had a concussion, it's really hard to look at a screen for any amount of time. And so many people were messaging me and DMing me and saying, I hope you're okay. And most of those people I had to ignore for the first week because I couldn't look at my phone for longer than 5 minutes. But when Michael sent me a message, I paid attention to it because he could help me solve this problem. At least I hope, because he'd helped himself and other people. And so this is something that this is him doing outreach, right? So this is how you can start to build the Fast Passive Freedom to help you grow your business, where if you find people who are struggling with the thing that you know how to help them with, you reach out to them and say, hey, I'd love to help you with XYZ. If I look at Jeremy, he was the first guy that I invested into on the YouTube side of things to build businesses with. He went from being a stock boy at a grocery store earning minimum wage to now being almost $1 million a year in revenue, working 40 hours a week and not wanting to grow beyond the hours at 22 or 23. And the way that he did it was outreach. So he was outreaching to people with YouTube channels who looked like they were trying to stay consistent and make content, but he could see a lot of things that he needed help with. And he reached out to say, hey, I've got 3 big ideas to help you grow your channel. I'd love to talk to you about it. And he hopped on a free call. And a lot of people just ignored the email. A lot of people never took him up on it. And then some people did. And they hopped on a call. And then he helped them. And he gave away 3 ideas for free. And what that led to is, hey, can I keep working with you? How do I hire you? Do you have packages, programs? And so that's the beginning stages of how he built his business. So this is outreach. It's very outreach driven. Now, if you asked me a year and a half ago where to spend your time on the platforms, I would have said Instagram. Fast forward to now, and I would say Twitter, Instagram, Discord, depending on your audience. Instagram and Twitter are much more based off of hashtags. So you could type in hashtags, you could find people who are posting, and you can directly message them. I like Instagram because you can still do videos. Where a lot of the Twitter stuff is not as good for videos yet. And then Discord, joining different communities. So all of them can work. On Discord, you would be joining communities based off of certain themes, like who do you help? And then go find a community around that and be involved in that community. So people learn about you, find you, click on your face, end up going to your page. So all of these are the opportunities for right now. Again, we can dive into all these more specifically if you want, but we're spending our time not on creating content. We're spending our time on outreach and connecting to other people. Then they click on our profile and then they see just enough, bio again, picture, bio, link, and your amazing 10-pack of content that gets people to then want to work with you. If you want to watch the full version of this video, as well as train live with me twice a month to help you build your movement and be around some other amazing people just like you, check out my Movement Makers program. The link to join is right there next to me. Can't wait to see you there. Continue to believe and go join.